Today, we are speaking with a master gardener and herbalist who has trained with the best in the field for over 35 years. Based here in Las Vegas, Rosalind is passionate about teaching people how to create their own medicine gardens, using herbs not only for cooking, but also for healing. She shows that even in the desert, it's possible to grow a thriving garden full of natural remedies.
Well, good morning, Rosalind. I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. It's great to have you in the garden and welcome you on such a beautiful day.
Absolutely. So here's our first question.
Oh.
You've worked with herbs for decades. What is it about basil in particular that makes it such a sacred and powerful plant in the garden and in the body?
Well, first of all, I'd say that there are over 300,000 herbs on our beautiful Mother Earth. And basil is a member of the mentha family, and it brings healing on every level. You may be familiar with 6 basil herbs that come from Indian traditions, and that includes Holy Rama, Holy Vana, and we do grow both of those, and you'll be seeing those and getting to taste those in a few minutes. Basil is easy to grow in that regard, and while everything else might be burning up around us in our beautiful desert, basil's still kicking it, and you'll see that here in just a few minutes. So I encourage people that are interested in gardening, that's a good place to start.
Wow, I'm certainly interested. I'm a very amateur gardener. I come from a long line of green thumbs, and I just try not to put too much pressure on myself to get it perfectly correct. I just really allow the plants to guide me in so many ways, but it's really lovely to connect with a true master gardener.
Oh.
So thank you for that. Well, shall we take a walk and look at your
As
garden?
you're coming into the garden from the first, we have our property is 1/2 acre. We're planted in the front and the back, but this is the garden proper. We do compost. By the way, our garden is animal-free and totally organic. We've been licensed by the Department of Agriculture since 2000.
Wow, fantastic. Love that.
We have some basil right here. This is the Siam and Thai basils. They're short and very global. They're very delicious. Some lemon basil behind that, and we'll be tasting a few things along the way if you like.
Yes, I'm in. So there are so many varieties of basil that are here. Can you walk us through all that's growing and as far as the basil and what makes each one unique in flavor, aroma, and healing properties?
You got it. One of the things that I do make here, I make teas, I make seasonings, body products, and basil has a unique place in each one of these products. The Thai basil here has more of a, may I offer you a leaf? Mm-hmm. The Thai basil has more of a spicy nature to it.
Oh, yeah.
And it has the purple spires globally. It's a traditionally smaller plant. That one over there that has the purple flowers on it is Siam. Siam has big clusters of the purple. I left some in my harvest out for you to see. And the bees love this stuff. So if you're interested in the bees, which I know we are, this is a place for them to come and be safe. And then we move into, this is a rare basil called Red Ruffles basil.
It's really beautiful. Can I taste one of those?
Absolutely.
I've never seen this kind of basil before. This is unique for me.
We have 24 of these plants.
Totally different than this one. Oh my gosh, completely different.
Yes. In the phylum, when you look at all the basil plants and all the mint plants, there are at least 7 to 10 traits that are the same, and that's how you know that you have a basil. Mm-hmm. Or a mint. This is a very distinct, deep flavor. I use it in my Radiant Body Tea along with some Blue Lotus. This is Italian basil. Notice the difference in the thickness of the leaf as well as the flavor. And I get down here, I let them almost go to seed. We call it deadheading. I wait for it and I rotate all these beds every day.
This tastes like a good spaghetti bolognese to me. I mean, this is very familiar to me in the Italian dishes that I love. Very familiar. This one in particular, the Red Ruffle, is very unique. I've never tasted this before. Although I have had your Radiant Body Tea, now I'm recognizing that that flavor is in there for sure. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
How interesting.
This whole bed is Italian, and we're going to see some Genoese, which is another variety of Italian. Lemongrass goes great here. That's what's going on here.
I have lemongrass in my front yard.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, right by my front door.
Okay.
So here's something that's gone to seed. What is this?
This is our parsley bed. We can grow that all year long here. I found that it does grow on the dead. What most people would pull up, I don't pull up. You can see the green coming in through here. It threw its seed, and this was a particularly great group of plants, so I capture the seeds of the best plants, continues to live on.
Beautiful.
There is a bundle of holy basil Vana back here, and
That's holy basil right there.
Vana, yeah, that's the
Okay.
Vana variety, and it's more a physical orientation than the Rama that we'll see over here. That's more of an adaptogen.
Yeah, I would like to know for our viewers and for the upcoming talk and taste that you're going to be offering us in September, give us just a little synopsis of what the wellness, the deeper wellness is, and how just literally when you're harvesting and tending to them, what it is that you're recognizing to be able to use. So, Rosalind, this is all so fascinating, and I'm just very curious for our viewers, if you can just get into, as we're moving through the garden, how each of these plants you're recognizing what their wellness benefits are and how we would be using them, and you would be sharing about those in the talk and taste that's coming up in September.
Sure. I've been doing this a long time, as we talked, but I started out just like anybody else, just curious. I have a relationship with these plants.
I can see that.
I love them. I talk to them. They communicate with me. And as silly as my son sometimes thinks I am, he knows that I believe that and I live that way.
Well, sure, it's a soul-body connection, right,
It
that we
is.
create when we have these beautiful plants in our own
Right,
personal
right.
environments.
I discover if things can work together by meditating about them, by tasting the others and noticing the traits. Like I said, there's over 300,000 herbs on the planet, and I have just touched what is available to us. So if one thing wouldn't work for you, something else may, and it may do the same thing. And herbs don't just do one thing, they do a broadcast of things. So we have a lot of freedom with that. And you're just overwhelmed with the beauty and the blessings that we have.
I love that. Should we walk down here?
Sure. Let's go down here. Marjoram is an East Coast herb. It grows beautifully here. It looks healthy all year long.
Okay.
It's a natural muscle relaxer as well as a delicious. This is white yarrow. This is very rare, and it makes medicine, and it's made medicine for centuries.
I have yarrow in my front yard, and I really am not familiar with how to use it, so I'm looking forward to learning from you. I do have white yarrow in my front yard.
That's great.
Yes, so I'm curious about how I can utilize it, because I feel, and it's just prolific. This is the third year it's been in my garden, and it's doing really, really well.
On the first talk and taste, we'll be covering some of those points, talking about the things that you can grow here. And in the second one, we're going to make two things. We'll make a seasoning and we'll make a tea. And all of this is make and take. So you'll have something, and you'll have not only hearing about it, but I believe that if you can get your hands on it, it's going to be with you.
I love that.
All right. Sometimes we think of herbs as, well, you take an herb or it becomes a tea, but let's not forget what we're eating, because what you put on your plate is certainly how healthy you are. Would you like to taste this?
Heck yeah.
You're in, huh?
In. Thank you.
There you go.
So this is different than what I have, no? Is this one the same?
It's a close cousin.
Oh, wow. This is Genoese?
This is Genoese.
Gorgeous.
Now we're feeding these plants a tea made out of alfalfa We do use some mycelium. Prevalence of mushrooms on our planet and underneath the ground that we can't see, but there's a whole bigger network than we are.
So to wrap it up, I have one simple question to wrap all this up, because this is a lot to take in, and I do recognize that the series is going to break it down in a simple way so that, as you mentioned, people have a tangible, hands-on experience, which is the best way for your experience to really take it in and utilize it. So
Right.
if there is one simple way that you can recommend for someone to start building a relationship, and let's just focus on basil. There's a lot here, obviously. I'm very intrigued by all the other things, but we will focus on basil at home, whether for healing, a tea, or a ritual. So do you have a recommendation?
Just jump right in it. Don't be afraid. Start small. Basil is very accommodating. It's a mint. People talk about, I can't put mint in my garden because it'll take over. Basil has that same opportunity. But once you have a schema to attach what you're trying to learn, it's all yours. And we can grow in the desert. I can't tell you how many times I've said that. It's a desert, but things grow here. And there's so many different varieties in the same phylum. You have a choice, and basil is a perfect place to start.
I love that. Well, thank you so much,
Sure,
Rosalind, for inviting us into your garden, and thanks to the garden for being so welcoming. I mean, the minute I walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so welcoming. I love that. So thank you.
I appreciate it, and I hope to see people out for the workshops. We'll be making things and taking them home and enjoying our time with that and learning lots. The last workshop, I have to say, is a family medicine chest, and we'll be covering all different kinds of things and make some fun stuff too. Thank you for having me.
Beautiful. Thank you, dear. Sat Nam.
Sat Nam.